Hello and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor Channel. My name is Sensei Crypto and I'll be doing the closing bell for you guys this evening. So welcome all. Thanks for joining me. It's me again. I'm going to be doing the closing bell. Martyn will be back tomorrow. We've got earnings coming up. So I think Martyn will be back from holiday now. So we look forward to welcome him back. And we'll probably see him for the opening and closing bells. I will continue to do some my Sunday shows as always. I will come in and give my perspective if anything happens, and as always I will be calling into the show. So thank you all for joining. Welcome in. Let's have a look at the markets. Let's see where we are. I am seeing a bounce in a lot of things today, so let's get right into it. Do leave your suggestions in the comments and we will cover that as well. So Amazon is moving up today. We're up 1.9%. Let's go through the stocks. So we've got MicroStrategy up 9%. This must mean Bitcoin's going up. We'll be discussing why Bitcoin's going up. It's all about the ETF. There's a lot of ETF news coming out. There's a lot of people bullish on the ETF, which I think is valid. We'll get into that. So MicroStrategy is the top gain in the stocks for my watch list, up 9%, Coinbase up 6%, AMC up 4%, Rivian up 4%, Fiverr up 3.3%, bouncing from that support level. Pinterest up 3.3%, Lucid up 3%, Meta up 2.5%, Affirm up 2.4%, Amazon up 2%, Snapchat up 1.8%, Disney up 1.65%, Netflix up 1.45%, Microsoft up 1.43%, Google up 1.3%, Hood up 1.2%, ARK Invest up 1%, Palantir up 1%, Baba up 0.9%, Rocket Lab just finally back in the entry zone up 1%, Tesla turned around the day, held the support, looking good, up. I think Martyn will be happy about this, it's up 1%, and a lot of you guys, I think a lot of people in who are part of the show own Tesla, so congratulations. We've got Nasdaq up, bouncing from support, a relief rally it seems right now, up 0.88%, GME up 0.67%, PayPal up 0.5%, Berkshire Hathaway bouncing up 0.5%, Lyft up 0.2%, Apple up 0.36%, the S&P up 0.3%. We never got an entry for the short, so we'll get rid of that. The entry didn't come, unfortunately, so maybe we'll look for another entry. It will probably be maybe this trend line is going to be tested, and that'll be the point of entry. But for now, there's no trade. Euro 50 up 0.3%. Kenview should be up more, but it's about flat on the day. Coca-Cola down 0.4%. The dollar, the DXY is cooling off, as we've said. Etsy up, down 0.6%. McDonald's down 0.68%. J&J down 0.8%. Tilray down 1.3%. It still has a little bit more to go. Very close to the entry at $1.71 is the target. So let's bring that to show exactly what we're looking for. It's like that. Corsair Gaming is down 1.6%. The 10-year hit 5% today and it came coming down. So this is what's causing it. The 10-year yield for the first time in many, many years, it hit 5% today. And now that's selling off. It's back at 4.8%. Stocks will rally, of course. SPCE, it's not liking it. It's down 4%. I think, as I've said, the short squeeze didn't happen. 184, we didn't break it. 150 is the level. Mullen down 8%, new all-time lows for Mullen. Let's look at crypto because I think Bitcoin is having a great day. Bitcoin here we go, look at it go. This is why we hold Bitcoin. Of course I'm still bearish on the whole crypto market, mainly altcoins. I've said Bitcoin's probably the least risky and XRP, but look at this. Bitcoin is attempting right now to break out of, make some new yearly highs right now. It's at 31,000. The highs of this year was 31,700 and it's looking like it's got the bullish momentum behind it. So interesting, looking good. ETF news is coming. We'll talk about it in a bit more detail in a second. Let's have a look at the market. Doge up 4%, XRP up 2.4%, BNB is up. Unfortunately, we didn't get quite the entry we were looking for the short. That will come in time. However, some of these altcoins are still sort of flat on the day while Bitcoin's going up. That's why Bitcoin is mainly the king of the market. Then we've got other coins outperforming Bitcoin, Aave, but that's been coming down a fair amount recently. So yeah, so Bitcoin's the star of the show right now. We're going to keep a good eye on it because look at this go. We're up 4.5% today. We're attempting to make yearly highs right now, so we're going to keep a close eye on this. Let's go to the comments. Welcome in everyone. Please do hit the like button. If we can get 50 likes this stream, that would be brilliant. That's the target, and then maybe we do a special giveaway. So please try and get to 50 likes. I'm sure we can do it. Let's have a look at the comments. Bill was here. Hi, Bill. Sorry, I'm not Martin. I'm sure you're unhappy to see me, but Martin will be back for the shows from now on. Henrik, hello, Henrik. Tiro is here. Hello, Tio. Good evening, says Cepheus, and good evening. Craig is here. Good evening. Stephen is here. Good evening. Great news for us in the UK, Sensei. Trading 212 extended hours is landing. That is great news. They took their time, but we're happy to hear the news. That is very good news. We've got hey Stephen, Seth Houston, Sensei, right to the point. Crypto Avalanche. I have Crypto Avalanche. I have 3 shares in the $8 area. Would you consider selling them and rebuying later when the price drops back down? I'm feeling that myself. Want another opinion? You've got 3 at $8 Avalanche. AVAX. Let's have a quick look. What's the look? Sensei, could we not hunt stocks that? Sensei, could we not hunt stocks that have news and are popping on pre-market and after hours jump, making quick profit and dumping it? Of course you can. It's just not my strategy. Hopefully Ed Nevius will be back one day and he can share his strategy. AVAX you bought at $8. Looking for an exit. It's going up today. Yeah, I mean it's you see Bitcoin's trying to break out right now, and if Bitcoin breaks out, I think a nice point to sell Avalanche would be $12 to $12 to $13. I think you can get a bit more out of it, but of course I think you can also buy it at $3 maybe within 6 months. So it's up to you. If I was holding AVAX, I'd be looking for a bit more of a push up, and then I'll be selling. But the crypto market is very volatile, so you might not get that. But for me, I'll be selling it around $12. I'll put a limit order, and then that way you do actually get a nice profit. Yeah. Okay. Let's have a look at some news. So I've got some things bookmarked on Twitter. So this is basically what the main thing is. This so. What's going on right now is the Bitcoin ETF news is really in the mainstream media at the moment. There's only so many times the SEC can deny it. There's only so many times the SEC can make up an excuse of why not to approve it. There's only so many times it can delay it. There's only so many times it can go to court and lose. So what's going on is that there's a lot of people saying that the ETF will be happening end of this year, beginning of next. I'm in the camp that I believe an ETF will come, 100%. And when that ETF comes, depending on when it comes in the market, if it comes later into 2024, it could start the bull run, the big bull run we're expecting. If it comes end of this year, it will pump Bitcoin maybe to 40,000. Altcoins can go up 50, 60, maybe 100%. But if the recession fears, if the economy is not looking good, the stocks start selling off, it will die off, and basically the price will start coming back down. If there's no liquidity, it's great that the ETF is there, but if there's not enough money in the system, then there's not going to be that much buying pressure. Of course, there will be for the first week or two because of the hype. but it won't have the full effect of if it was if there was QE going on, if the interest rates were coming down, and then it gets approved, because then there's basically unlimited money that can come into the Bitcoin ETF, and then that will set off the bull run. Lots of people come into Bitcoin, they'll be all over the mainstream media, then those people are looking for more gains, and they'll go into altcoins, and then the altcoins will pop off, and then they're looking for more gains, and then they'll go into more low cap altcoins, and then the whole crypto market will go up, just like every other cycle. That would be the best point for the news to come out. So if I miss out on this, I've got some Bitcoin, I've got some XRP. That's why I've always said we're 50% cash, 50% invested. It's more, once the crypto markets start coming down, it was more like 60% cash, 40% invested. And that's what we're sitting on right now. So I'm not too worried. If it goes up, okay, I'll take some profits, or I can ride it out. But if it comes down, then that's mainly what I want to see, so I can pick up the altcoins at low prices. But right now, basically the news is everyone's getting excited for this ETF. We saw what happened last time when there was fake ETF news, and now people are anticipating the ETFs coming out soon. We've seen Gary Gensler say they've got multiple applications. The other thing we need to consider is he going to give one player the advantage and approve one first, or are they going to approve all 7, 8, 10 applications at once, so no one has an advantage over the others? We know BlackRock has filed for one as well, and they have a very good track record. So it's really, do you believe the ETF's coming out soon? If so, maybe start getting invested. If you don't, then hold off. And even if it does get invested, if it does get accepted, then you'll probably have another chance to if it does get approved in the next 3 months, you'll probably be able to get another chance to come back into Bitcoin later once it starts cooling off, because we're not in a point where there is a lot of liquidity, as in the interest rates are going up. There's no quantitative easing right now. So if you miss it, I think there is still a chance to get in. Let's have another look at the comments before we look at something else. Okay, thank you. I actually got them for free doing some surveys, so it's kind of all profit, trying to make the most out of it, even though it's only 3 shares. No, I mean, if you sell that, for example, it's $10 now, you've got 3 shares, that's $30. In a crypto bull run, you can easily 10x that. So you're basically playing with $300. Think of it that way. So any amount of money is significant. Let's have a look at this.
Like the SEC is going to be forced to approve a spot Bitcoin ETF. What, if any, communications have you had with the SEC about your application? Where are we in this whole thing?
Well, it was publicized and disclosed, I think it was last week, that we had responded to the SEC's request for information around our Bitcoin filing, and we responded. And that's basically all we can say. I think many people think the fact that the SEC chose to ask questions is a change in behavior. And therefore, I do think hopes are rising that a number of Bitcoin ETFs will be approved.
Yeah, my understanding is the court now is going to issue a mandate about how to enforce their decision here to the SEC, and their SEC is going to basically follow that mandate. Everybody is assuming at this point that they'll probably approve most of the Bitcoin ETFs by the end of the year. That's a reasonable assumption at this point? They lost the court case. They chose not to appeal it at this point.
Right. And I do believe maybe the reason they're saying by the end of the year, early next year, I know our final deadline on this filing is January 10th. And so, and I think we're first in line. But as you say, a number of Bitcoin ETFs could be approved at the same time.
Now,
so we saw that's the general sentiment in the markets right now. But as a counter to that, there is John Deaton, who was on behalf of 75,000 XRP holders, he did an amicus brief for the XRP case. He's a very trusted source. He says this. I'll even zoom in for you guys so maybe you can follow. One of two things. Number one, the SEC, he knows the SEC very well. He's been following the case. He knows how the SEC works. He knows what their thoughts are. So I do take his opinion well. So let's see. He says, number one, the SEC have capitulated on the spot Bitcoin ETF and approval before the end of this year, or certainty before the end of first quarter of 2024. Is a certainty. Or, so that's one. One is, yes, finally the SEC have given into it, and there's not much more they can do, and we expect it to come soon. Or the SEC is gathering more information during these discussions because they're asking for a lot of information from these from the people who are filing. We've seen many court documents that the SEC is asking for more information, and people are taking that bullish. But remember, the SEC are very snaky people. So let's see what the other outcome could be. The SEC is gathering more information during these discussions to come up with different reasons for denying the spot ETF, thus creating the greatest rug pull in SEC history. Personally, I wouldn't put number 2 past the SEC or Gary Gensler. In fact, if Larry Fink weren't one of the applicants and proponents, I would expect number 2. But with 10 trillion AUM, his voice is pretty loud. What he's saying there is basically he won't put that part to the SEC. He's saying they could just be gathering all this information to then have another reason to delay it, to deny it, and basically it would be terrible for the crypto market because it's going to all this hype is going to fade away. And he's saying he wouldn't put it past them. However, the fact that BlackRock CEO is also applied and he's got 10 trillion assets under management. Can he go against someone like Larry Fink? So it's interesting. What do I personally think? It doesn't really matter what I think. It's me providing the information so you guys make your own decision. But I think the ETF will come beginning of next year, and that might be good for the crypto market in the short run, but it might also cause a sell-off. But we'll have to see. I mean, it's not something we can predict. It's just something we have to take into account. Again, this week is going to be important for stocks and crypto. Nothing really today, but then tomorrow we've got the earnings, Google, Microsoft, Visa, Snapchat. Wednesday we've got more earnings. Remember, this is the earnings season. I was saying last earnings season. This earnings season and next earnings season is going to be very important. The reason I say that is because we're finally seeing the interest rates cause problems. We finally see them because it's a year-on-year thing. So it's finally catching up, and by this earnings and next earnings we can see how they're really affecting companies, and this is the point where I expect companies not to be dealing very well with interest rates. That's why I think either this earnings season or next earnings season we are going to see a sell-off. So let's see another comment. We've got one from Jojo. Great news, Craig. What's going on? What's the great news? Oh yeah, great news for the trading 212. Great news, Craig. How's the SBC average coming down? I have 700 at 165. Bloody FOMO. We've been talking about this. We even showed you a chart of not to FOMO. Anyway, there's only so many times I can say it with SBC. There's only so many times it can go wrong for people. So let's have a look again at this. So on Wednesday, we've got Boeing earnings, Canada, Bank of Canada rate decision. We've got the new home sales data for the US. We've got Facebook earnings. We've got Jerome Powell having a speech, not about interest rate, but he's just having another speech as he normally does. We've then got on Thursday MasterCard earnings, ECB rate decision, Q3 GDP numbers in the US, Amazon earnings, Intel earnings. Friday we have Chevron earnings. We saw Chevron go down today. I think it made a $50 billion deal with another company. Then we've got ExxonMobil earnings on Friday, personal spending data on Friday, and consumer sentiment on Friday. So it's a big week. It can determine how the market trades for the next year, but I'm under the impression that, as I've said, I think the high that we said live on the show is the high, which was here. I think that's the year high. I don't think we're going to be taking that out this year. I think the trend has started, and certainly by the end of this year, I just don't see us coming and breaking the highs. I think the yearly high is in. Let me see if I've got anything else to share. Just need to make sure I verify these before I bring it to you because there's some other information coming out now. Please do let me know if you have any questions at all. We are going to be ringing the bell in about 40 minutes, so please do hit the like button if you're here. Yeah, so the sentiment really right now is the Bitcoin ETF is coming. There's not real evidence for that. It's just more deadlines are approaching, which they have in the past. And I think people are seeing the different way Gary Gensler speaking. He's opening up. He's saying that they're going to be looking at these ETFs. And also you've got someone like Cathie Wood coming out and being quite bullish on Bitcoin and saying her ETF is looking like it will be approved. So that's the sentiment in Bitcoin. I wouldn't be chasing it, to be honest. Yes, if it starts breaking out, we can go to 36,000. But in all honesty, I think this could be another pump and dump. There's not really a trade. I mean, firstly, if we break out of 31,000, if we break 32,000, come retest it, then yes, we're going to 36,000. Especially if the news comes out, we're maybe looking at 40,000. But I don't think that's going to happen without any major news. So maybe it's a good area for a short. So let's have a look. How do I strategize that? Something like, oh, wrong way around. Let me share if I can trade this right now live with you guys. I think I'm going to need two-factor authentication. Let's see if I can do this. So yeah, this would be something worth considering. I'm just seeing if I can bring my trading account live on the screen, but it looks like okay, so Bitcoin's up 4%. It's actually reacting at this resistance line, and that's why I'm quite tempted to get in on a trade. Let's see how BNB is doing, because that could be another trade as a short. We haven't actually entered any of these positions. We're looking for an entry. Yeah, let's have a look. Excuse me. Just trying to see if I can get... Let me go on this for a second. Let's see if I've got my message for two-factor authentication. Here it is. Let's have a look at some comments, some more coming in. MSK asks how old I am. You can guess MSK, and if you're right, I'll confirm. Craig says, hey Jojo, I'm fully invested in SBC, average 267, just adding when I get paid, hoping we get a bounce on earnings. If not, just keep DCing and scalp until we get a squeeze. Good luck. Liam Laffey might enter a short on BTC. Good luck. No celebs this year, just need the earnings, or we are likely heading towards a dollar at Christmas. SBC stock that never fails to let us down. Exactly. Sensei is 1,340 years old. Exactly, you're right. That is my age. Let's see if I can trade this. I've not done it on... I always do it on my phone. Derivatives, futures. Okay. I've got logged out now. If this doesn't work, then I will... There we go. Okay. Let's make sure there's no details. Here we go. This is KuCoin, one of the accounts I use. I've just transferred some money into it. Let's see if we can trade Bitcoin for a second. Okay, it's already coming down. We need to get in quick. Not my last leverage is 96x. We won't be doing that. 10x, 13x. Bitcoin market order. Why is there no money in here? What's going on? Let's put you back on this screen. So what's good? If you've just joined us, I'm just trying to get a short in on Bitcoin, just a tight stop loss. Nothing too significant. Let's see if I can add some more money in. Transfer to futures. Get that in. Okay. MSK said 25. You're not too far off. You get one more guess. Let's go back to derivatives, futures. Screen 2. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get a quick short onto Bitcoin. I've gone high. No, oh god, I don't want to do 96x. Let's get 12. What? I'm really confused. I've transferred the money in, so why is it not letting me? I always do this on my phone because it's just the available balance. Why is it 5? I'm so confused. Oh, because it's USDT. Okay, let's try it this way. BTC, USDC. Nope. I was trying to do something fun for you guys to see if I can do some live trading, but it just seems to be more complicated than I thought. What we're going to do is just go back to this, have a look. If I miss out on this trade, who cares? Let's have a look at SBCE, see if that's moving. Yeah, it's 155. Look, this is why everything had to fall in place for that short squeeze, and unfortunately the first one didn't. We were looking for this next candle to fall in place. It didn't. 150 is the target, and now it seems like we're going down there. We're back in this level, so this can really be brought down to something like this. So let's see what happens. 150 is down here. Something like that. If we break 150, then again 138, 135, and then it's $1. So please be careful. 150 is the level for now. Let me see if I can do this. I just have to switch some USDC into USDT, otherwise it won't let me trade. Margin, futures. We've got... Okay, trade. Okay, I think I found a way to do it. So let's try it this way. Leverage, 9x, market, 50%. Oh god. Let's do it. Sell, short. Let's take that off the screen. Okay, so we've got 95 Bitcoin as a short, 365 Bitcoin, small margin, a small position, and let's see how that does. Let's see if we can get Bitcoin to start moving down. Let's add our stop loss. We'll do it 32, 100. Take profit. Let's do. I will change this later, but just because we're live, I want to make sure I have at least some sort of take profit. Let's do it 100%. Confirm. Okay, so we are now live short on Bitcoin. We'll come back to that if we get any price action. Okay, so SBC is coming down. CR is going up. Bitcoin. Let's have a quick look. I wanted to get the entry there. Didn't quite get it. So let's see. Let's see if we start moving down. That's what we want to start seeing on Bitcoin. Well, I want to start seeing because I'm short now. DOT is up. Coinbase is moving down now. Dogecoin is up 4%. See what else is going on. Let's go back to stocks. I want to have a look at gold in a second. Yeah, stocks are moving up. Maybe we'll have a sell-off in the last half an hour. Let's look at the gold today. That's probably come down. Not as bad as you'd think. Only down 0.4%. It's holding strong. This is the resistance that we've been talking about. We want to see us get above this resistance is basically all-time highs. So let's see how we react. Bitcoin dominance, once again, we've been saying Bitcoin is the one, altcoins aren't. Bitcoin dominance is now at 52.7% very quickly. It's the highest point it's been in over 2 years. So again, my target's around 55%. This is good. This means in the bull market we have more money can be moved into altcoins, and that's where the real gains are made. Let's have a look at some comments. There's a poll. Will Coca-Cola beat earnings? I am undecided. Let's see what the comments. 50-50 so far. 25. MSK said 27. Unfortunately not. Maybe next time I stream you can guess again. How is your birthday? Oh yes, happy birthday MSK. It was yesterday, Zach's his birthday. But we did it today. Martyn wanted to do it. No gift or present from the markets. Yes, sorry MSK. Nice to have you here, Zach's 8. It was the other day, but defo has carried over. Hopefully 150 support will hold up. Craig says Jojo, hopefully. Get prepared for Coca-Cola earnings in the morning. Martyn's going to be doing the Coca-Cola earnings early morning tomorrow, so please do join him. I'll probably be there. Yeah, I really want to watch that one. It's good to see the earnings. I think it's really important to join Martyn on these earnings, especially this earnings season, to see what the company's sentiment are, and then maybe we can get a head start. Especially these the earnings this week should give us an idea of where the market's going. If one company like Coca-Cola say is struggling with interest rates or have concerns that might not play for Coca-Cola, but they've got concerns about the market, then that might affect other companies a lot more, and then you can get a head start on selling other positions. The 1 month daily chart on SBC looks a wee bit head and shoulders, might be doing below 150. 1 month daily chart. 1 month daily chart. What time is Coca-Cola? It will be before the opening bell, so it's probably about an hour before the opening bell. You're in the UK, so 1:30 is opening bell. I think it's around 12:30, 12 o'clock. I think Martyn. Oh, if you look on the homepage, it'll tell you exactly when Martyn's going live. Let's have a look at SBC. His head and shoulders. I don't know what you mean by 1 month daily. Should we go on the 1 month candles, on the daily candles? Well, there's nothing on the 1 month, so it's probably the daily candles. But looking at 1 month time frame, 1 month ago was October. Oh right, something like this. Or maybe we can look at it on the 12 hour. Or maybe 4 hour. Yeah, not really. Yeah, kind of, sort of, right. I don't really tend to trade these head and shoulders patterns, but you could be right. Let's see if I can just connect that for a second. Is this what you've identified, head? Normally the head is normally a bit sort of higher than the shoulders, but I know what you mean. This is the level, right? It's really just sort of. I think the basic idea is it's all about the trend line, so it's just more if we break 150, we're going down. I think that's a basic sentiment. I think it's more just we break 150, we're coming down to 135. We break 135, we're coming down to $1, but let's hold the support, which is at 150. So that's what we're looking for, to hold that support. But as you know, the trend is just going down, so we'll see. Unfortunately, the short squeeze didn't happen, but it was very evident it wasn't going to happen after the next day's candle. Looking at Bitcoin here, still no big move. It's unfortunate. We have 24 minutes until the bell, so let me know if there's anything you want me to look at. I will be not here this week until my Sunday show. Daily candle for last month. MSK says, Zach, I'm under 100k. This is bad to me. Sorry to hear that, MSK. Hopefully all our portfolios recover together. See how Bitcoin's doing. Nothing much. I'm looking for this to come down. XRP looking good. Have a look at Coca-Cola before earnings. Oh, it's coming down now. Yeah, I mean, as long as we hold $52, then we're fine. It's still at the level of support. So we can go down another 5%, but will quickly be bought up. I think it will just be another buying opportunity if the earnings doesn't go well. As you can see on the weekly candle, we have come down quite quickly. Yes, the main support might be a bit lower at $50, but $53 to $50 isn't much move. And then obviously you've got that $44 mark. So it's all within 17%. So there is different levels of support that will hold us up. I don't think we'll go down that far. So yeah, we're looking for a bounce on Coca-Cola. Let's see how the earnings go. It's a difficult one to predict. J&J is now breaking support. That might start coming down more than Coca-Cola. It's got more to drop than Coca-Cola, 11%, 10 to 11% for its first target. How's silver doing today? Silver's down 1.8%. Gold's holding up strong though. So gold is outperforming silver. Altcoins are going down compared to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is leading the market once again. Is there any altcoins coming to buy zones yet? Not really. CRO, how's that doing? Pushing up, nice to see. Dogecoin is coming up. So I think we're probably going to get a bounce before we sort of break the final line, because once we break these, I think a lot of crypto looks like it's near its lows. So this area here, once we break that, then that's when we can have a sudden 40% move in a day. But right now, because we're at the support, I think we're just going to rally up, just like this time, just like this time, just like then, and then just put another lower high. So we've got another 20% we can go up, but then that final, at one point, we'll get that capitulation in my books. Well, my thoughts are. Ethereum is coming to stop us out from the trade. That's why we did take some profits earlier. Remember, it was around here we took some profits from the trade. Now we're entering the stop loss areas again. So maybe the market's turning around. Maybe we're at the last point of resistance. It's worth taking a short just to hedge in case we do come down. But look, Bitcoin's now moving back up, so that's not good for my position. I'm now down 3% on that, down 12% on BNB. My stop losses are tight, so it's interesting why I'm down that much. I'm going to have a look at my trades off stream on my phone, so I get a good. Oh, here we go. Let's have a look. Daily candle for last month. Hi Sensei, let's have a look at this. Hi Sensei, you should definitely do some more live trades like Bitcoin short on the show. It's definitely a good addition. Okay, yeah, maybe. How's gold looking? We'll have a look at gold. The market's got to behave. Wish us all profit soon. Yes, exact date. I hope so. I think M phase might find support at $92. Let's quickly look at N phase, and then we'll look at gold. But after that, goodness knows how low it will go. $92. Let's see why you think that. Let's go on the daily chart or the 3-day chart. Oh God, wait. Oh, we've come down a lot. Yeah, $92. I see what you're saying. $92 because of obviously the last wicks over there. Something like that. It's around $92. But then yeah, my next level of support, Jojo, is here. Is around the 79. But as you also see, it's a very quick move up, move down. So it's like, where is really the support? It's probably the 2019 highs and the COVID lows. But first, yeah, $92. And then I also see support around $70. But once we break $70, then it's very quickly it can go down even more. So I'll leave some cash to buy it lower as well. Gold, let's have a quick look at gold, and then we'll go back to my trade. Yeah, so with gold, if you were here on the show, we did say it's coming down, we're going to get a V-shaped recovery. We did get the V-shaped recovery, and then the next thing was to break this supply line, which we did with volume, and then the last level of sort of resistance before all-time highs is this level over here, which we reacted to. We went above, and unfortunately we didn't hold it, and now we've come back below. So what we're looking for is a break of sort of $1,980. We can come back up, so let me draw it out. What we're looking for is a move up, retest, and then this is basically all-time highs. Yes, all-time highs is about another $30 up. But once we get there, I can expect us to then bull flag out. So the first thing we need to do is break this level here around $1,980. Let's go back to, we've got a comment from Martin. Interesting SBCE video coming out later, have some potential good news. That's what we need. So we'll all tune into that. Do look out for that. Martin is saying that there might be some good news for SBCE. So let's make sure we look at that. Just checking the news.
Has not.
Let's have a look at this. As you may know, I've championed the willingness to go on public against Gary Gensler. She also needs to admit that her colleagues at the SEC have not been doing a very good job managing conflict. Let's just see what this is. It's another. Justin, the SEC commissioner says the agency has not been very good when it comes to Bitcoin and crypto. What does this say?
The agency has not been very good when it comes to any. I can say that generally the agency has not been very good when it comes to anything related to Bitcoin or other crypto assets. And look, I hope that every day I hope that they'll wake up and they'll think, you know what, we need to take a more productive approach. That hasn't happened yet, but I'm of course hoping that it will. I can say that generally the agency has
That's an SEC commissioner saying that, and she's dead on. So maybe there are good people in the SEC. Financial Times, Chevron to buy US oil producer Hess for 53 billion. Let's see. I did see earlier this morning that Chevron didn't react very good to it. Let's see if that's bounced back. No, it's down 3.7%. You can't. It's probably going to come back up. It's just you can't predict stuff like that. I think they're worried it's not going to be great for the stock. But that's a big purchase for Chevron. Markets. China's stock market drops to pre-pandemic low. That could be next on the US market as well. Yeah, nothing too much more interesting. Let's have a look at my trade. As you can see, I'm down 2%. I've just got this account doesn't have too much in, but we're down $17. Not brilliant. And then BNB, I don't know how that's running. It must have been a trade from the past. It is down 13%. So where's the stop loss for that? 224. We're not too far from that. Okay. I'm going to sort out these trades after the show. Liam did say he does like this, me doing some trades, so I will look into it. I just unfortunately couldn't time it perfectly because I didn't have it set up. So maybe in the future I can do that. The place I wanted to really enter Bitcoin trade was here. We have come back up to it now, so let's see how it's going. Why is that happening? Moving up, let's see if we break the support or treat it as resistance. Okay, so we've got 14 minutes to go. Please do leave your comments. I won't be here this week, unfortunately. Got other things to do, and Martyn is happy to be back, so that's great news. I'm sure everyone missed Martyn a lot. Good news, I've been promoted. That's one for David Brent fan club. There it is. If we can hit the like button, we're trying to get 50 likes, then we can hopefully do one final giveaway maybe in this stream. We do have about 15 minutes to do that, so please do hit the like button. Congratulations to the winner. I don't think we've received any communication from you yet. Let's see. If you go onto my website, you can see who the winner was of the last giveaway on Sunday. It was George O. I don't think we've received any communication back from you, so please do email us back. I mean, it is your prize, so whenever you do email, but hopefully sooner rather than later, if you can email back with your Cash App or crypto address. Bitcoin moving higher. Might add some more to the position at that level. If only I got a short there. That could have been 1% times 20, that's 2%. Not bad. Just looking at the general market, let's look at the S&P again. Let's see if that's broken down with... let's go on the daily. Yeah, it's not looking good. It's good that we're back above the support. Let's see how tomorrow it is. Maybe we'll get pushed back up. But as soon as we break down and we have a daily candle close, which will probably happen this week, but I won't be live to cover it. Let me give you my Twitter, because what I'm going to start doing is, because I'm not going to be live as much, and if you want to see, I'll probably post key levels, because you've been following what I've been saying about a lot of these stocks, and you might not get an update as I'm not going to be live, but I can probably tweet it out. So if you follow my Twitter, let me give you the link. No, that's not the right link. Let me give you the link to my Twitter, and then I will keep you updated on all my watch list and specific key levels. So please do follow me on that. Do you see a future of Tilray at all? Maybe. I don't actually personally ever invest in gambling stocks, cannabis stocks, alcohol, tobacco. But that's just for that's something I don't do. Do I see a future of Tilray? Maybe. Just right now the interest rates are high. I just look at fundamentals, and it's got a bit lower it can go before an entry can present itself. For the S&P, what I'm looking for is if we break 4,216 on a daily candle close, maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after, then I think we're going to come down even further, another 5%, 3%, another 3.5% can happen very quickly, and then when at the next level, and then if we break that, then we can come down another 8%, and then if we break that, then we're coming back to 22 lows. 6%, 9%. Ultimately, I do think we're going to come down to 2019 highs. Maybe we won't go all the way to the 2020 lows, I don't think, but the 2019 highs, or the February of 2020 highs, is a very achievable level we can come down to. We were only 3% away from it in 2022. I'm expecting the same to happen with Bitcoin and the S&P, something like a higher low, so maybe we come down there, a double bottom like that, we come down there, or a lower low, some bullish divergence, and that could be at the 2019 high. So that's what I'm expecting. But we'll look at it day by day, tweet by tweet, and we'll follow it on the way down. Maybe there's some trades we can do in between that. SPCE is at 155. Unfortunately, as we've said, there was this candle here. The next candle had to be a move up, and it wasn't. So therefore, we're probably coming down to 150. Tilray suggested. So let's look at the chart. Yeah, I mean, Tilray is probably going to come down to his all-time lows, but at first this was really the target. While everyone was still hyping about Tilray, there was an issue on the chart, and that issue was this gap here. So when we were up here, I was saying we're probably going to come and fill this gap at any point over here. Let's see if there's any other news we can bring to you. Peter Shifter says, even if bond yields have topped, which is, he says, highly unlikely, current rates are far too heavy a burden for the debtors to bear. Yields must drop sharply to avert a crisis. He's bullish on gold, as we know. There's still that Coinbase SEC trial going on. Let's see. We'll have to see how that unfolds. That could also be bullish for Coinbase. If that gets dropped, another loss for the SEC might happen. But there's nothing too significant. We've got this coming as well, which has probably sent the price of Bitcoin up a little bit. The judge orders the SEC to re-review Grayscale's bid for spot Bitcoin ETF. Got the documents here. US court says SEC must review Grayscale's spots Bitcoin ETF. The US Court of Appeals for the DC Circuit made the decision following the SEC's decision not to appeal the Ripple XRP case decision. Judge Niamureo said that the SEC failed to give a valid reasoning to deny Grayscale's application for a spot Bitcoin ETF despite approving similar products. However, the SEC can still look to provide one that is valid. So to sum it all really up is Bitcoin ETF is coming. The question is when. If it comes during the bull market, then it's going to be much better for us investors because that can start off the bull market. If it comes in the next 3 months, it will be nice for Bitcoin in the short term. And by short term, I mean within that 6-month period, it's probably going to go up 20-30% along with altcoins going up with it. However, it's probably going to fade away and come back down, maybe not as down as it would have gone without the ETF, but it will probably start fading back down, and then we can get our entries in then. Of course, it'll be great for the bull run as well, but not as good. It just means more money can flow into Bitcoin, and it'll be easier for people to buy Bitcoin that into stocks. So then Bitcoin will do better next bull run. But no doubt that there will be a Bitcoin ETF buy next bull run. We just need to know when. if it comes now, I wouldn't be too worried. You shouldn't FOMO in unless you get the news very quickly and you can get in very fast. And that's the only point you can probably FOMO in. Anything after that, you're probably late. So it's your decision. Do you want to get in now while Bitcoin's at 30,000, we don't have the news, or do you want to wait and get the entry when it's probably going to fade away? Also, it might not get approved now, and that will send Bitcoin going even lower. Everyone's anticipated that ETF's going to come out. If that ETF doesn't come out, then it's going to disappoint a lot of people, and a lot of people that have bought now are going to be selling, and the capitulation will occur. And remember, the SEC can still find a reason, I'm sure they can, to not approve it. Bitcoin is now trying to push up. Unfortunately, it looks like we're breaking out of support resistance, so we might be moving higher now. Let's see my position. I might need to close it. I'm going to keep it and add to it and then have my stop loss above this level. It's probably going to go higher now, so I'm just going to keep it and then add some more to it, and leave my stop loss at 32,000. See if we can add a bit more to the position. 0.02. Just adding a slight amount more, very small amount more, just to keep bringing that average down. Do you see any future of Tilray? We've answered that. I've given you my Twitter, so follow that, and then I'll give you updates. There must be a high volume SBC orders at 151. Yeah, there probably is. This could, if it does come to 151, this is, or like 150, 151. It's going to be like the last time that there's going to be an order book there. So this is our last chance to start moving back up. If we hit 150 now, we'll probably have a move up. So there is a trade to be taken there. But then if we, let's say, move to, let's draw this out. If we come to 151, something like that, we'll probably have a move up. However, if that move up doesn't result in anything, then you can expect that move up to come back down to 150, and all the orders have already been filled. So then what you would expect is to come down and then move down to this level of support, and then you start filling orders here. So it is coming down very fast now, 154. Hopefully there's some support there, and then there's also 150. Bitcoin moving up. The bell is happening in about 2 minutes. Let's see how this poll is going. Will Coca-Cola be earnings? 50% of you think it will, 15% say it's a miss, and 35% are undecided. So that's interesting. Let's go back to Bitcoin. I am live trading Bitcoin right now. And it is breaking out. So yeah, it's probably going to head higher now, but I don't mind. I've got quite a high risk tolerance. Why is that going? How's it looking on the daily chart? Overbought. It's the first time it's overbought on the daily chart since, wow, December of 2022. First time since that whole FTX coming back up, so that's interesting. It's not looking bad. I mean, the momentum is behind it right now, so you have to be careful with the shorts and understand that you can miss out. I've put my stop loss around here. And my entry was around here. Let's go back to 5-minute candles. Got 1 minute until the bell. Okay, and I've missed the bell. There it is. That's the bell. The bell, it has occurred. Let's look at SBC. Bitcoin's moving up. Where did that close? Not a great daily candle close for SBC. The second lowest daily candle close ever for SBCE at 155. Not good. Where did everything else close? We've got MicroStrategy, which had a great close. We had Amazon, which is up. Not really anything brilliant. Nothing brilliant from Google. Let's see the S&P 500. How did that close? Oh, wow. That moved down quickly in the last. Yeah, not good. So yeah, we have closed slightly. Yeah, we have to see tomorrow. If we close tomorrow below this level as well, then we're definitely coming down more. If not, then we might have there could be another trade for the S&P 500, which would look like this. If we come back to this level here, you'd have your stop around there, take profit around there. Tesla held the support, which is good. Today could have been the lowest Tesla. This might be an area that Tesla might bounce the next couple of weeks. I do think Tesla will bounce around between 200, 210, and come and make another lower high. So maybe something like that. So I'll be looking to take profits from Tesla around $250. Anything else to look at? J&J had a bad close today, not looking good. SPC is moving up in the after hours, up 1 cent. Okay, nothing interesting. Gold, no. Let's have another look at Bitcoin. We are coming to the end of the show, so let me play the music. For Bitcoin, I'm going to be looking at how we close the day. If we close the day above this trend line, then I might exit my position. It's something like somewhere around here, really. So let's see how that closes. If it closes above, then I'll probably exit my position. If it doesn't, then I'll keep adding to my position. My stop loss is around 32,000. Right now I am down 5%. Okay, let's see if there's any more comments. Thank you for the 24 likes. We didn't get 50, but maybe next time. Do join Martyn tomorrow for the Coca-Cola earnings. I do think these earnings are very important. It will give us an indication of how the market is and how the interest rates are affecting these companies. So please do tune in. Bitcoin is still moving higher. It's now at 31,400. Still not too high. It's fine. But thank you all for joining me. Thank you for welcoming me and allowing me to do the opening and closing bells for this month. It's been great fun, and I'll be back with my Sunday shows. I'll be calling in. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it very much. Apart from that, I look forward to watching Martyn's shows. I look forward to be back in the comment section. I look forward to calling in. I'll be back on Sunday, and I'll be joining you guys in the comments for Martyn's show. But until next time, please do take care of your crypto. Be careful of the CTF, it is probably coming. I have explained to you my thoughts. So do take care of your crypto, do take care of your stocks. I think the S&P is probably going to start rolling over now. it is probably going to start rolling over. There is support and resistance. Thank you, Martyn. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been great. And also I think Jojo said thank you as well. So thank you guys. It's been great fun. And it was a great honor to be on the show. So I'll do my own shows. I'll be back calling in. But until next time, take care of your stocks, take care of your crypto, and most importantly, take care of each other. Thank you. Bye bye.